Prince Michel of Bourbon Parma. Michel Marie Xavier Waldner Georg Robert Karl Irma was born on 4 March 1926 and died on 7 July 2018. He was a French businessman, soldier and racing car driver, who was a member of deposed sovereign ducal house of Bourbon Parma. He was a son of Prince René of Bourbon Parma from 1894 to 1962, and his wife Princess Margaret of Denmark from 1895 to 1992. Paternally, he was a grandson of Robert I, Duke of Parma from 1848 to 1907, while through his mother he was a great-grandson of King Christian IX of Denmark from 1818 to 1906. Prince Michel was also the younger brother of Queen Anne of Romania. From 1923 to 2016, Prince Michel grew up in Paris, where his father worked for a propane gas tank manufacturer. In 1940, Prince Michel and his family fled the German invasion and left for New York City, where his mother worked in a hat shop. Michel was enrolled in a Jesuit school in Montreal. 3 years later, at age 17, he joined the U.S. Army with his father's permission and was appointed lieutenant. Serving in Operation Jedburgh, he was parachuted into Nazi-occupied France as part of a 3-man sabotage team, with Major Tommy McPherson and Sergeant O.A. Brown, to operate deep behind German lines. After the liberation of France, Prince Michel was deployed to Indochina in order to fight against the Viet Minh. Dropped on August 28, 1945, by parachute, he was captured the same day by the Vietnamese resistance, who kept him for 11 months, during which his group of 6 captives attempted several escapes and were recaptured. They were led from camp to camp through the dense jungle, bound together with strips of bamboo. Each lived on a bowl of rice a day. Toward the end of the ordeal, the men were asked to sign statements saying that they had been well treated, which they refused. 4 of them were killed before the 2 survivors finally made it back to France due to the French negotiating a ceasefire agreement with the Viet Minh at the Geneva Conference. Prince Michel was one of 3,000 prisoners to survive of the 12,000 French prisoners taken by the Viet Minh. A Chevalier of France's Legion of Honor, for his services during war. He was also awarded the British Military Cross and the Croix de Guerre. Demobilized at the age of 20, the prince became a race car driver, participating in the Le Mans 24 Hours in 1964 and 1966. Both times his car failed to finish. In 1964 he also raced in the Tour de France automobile, where he finished second. At the Monaco Grand Prix in 1967, he was a nearby spectator when the Lorenzo Bandini accident occurred. With the help of a marshal, he managed to extract the driver from the burning wreck of his Ferrari. Prince Michel started civilian life at the age of 20, engaging in business over the following decades. He worked for a company that had created the Zodiac inflatable rubber boat, which enjoyed huge commercial success after the war. Later, he negotiated contracts for French companies which, with Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, Shah of Iran, until he was deposed in the Islamic Revolution of 1979. In later life he lived between his house in Neuilly-sur-Seine, France and his house in Palm Beach, Florida. He died at 92 years old,